cipher, coding, optics, film labs, computers, experts in every field, and yet we're still left with 36 rather dreary and badly photographed color shots. Yet I'm convinced they contain the clue we want. Have you tried superimposing?
Yes, we have, sir. But as you will appreciate, the permutations on 36 run into millions.
Well, coming to them relatively fresh, one of us may get a sudden flash. That, you say, is Loch Ness?
Yes, sir. We've pinpointed the position exactly.
Not an inspired photographer, however brilliant a scientist. Extraordinary order of filming, isn't it? Loch Ness, the Yorkshire Moors, Dartmouth, the Eiffel Tower, Beachy Head. What's number 6? Hopelessly overexposed. I wonder if there's a reason.
Well, there are 9 on the roll very overexposed and as many under. The rest are correctly exposed. I hate to mention this, Sir Charles, but it is possible that there is no clue to be found in these shots.
How'd you work that out?
Breaking a code or cipher is a finite problem. But as I've said, with these, we don't know that there is a problem. And if there is, on what level of reasoning it is set.
We just haven't thought of it. And I don't accept that it is impossible to do so. Do we know where Salzman is?
Relax, old boy. It won't be long now.
Ah, Colonel. Had a good trip?
Yes, thank you.
Did they feed you before you left, or would you care for breakfast?
No, thank you. I'd appreciate knowing my duties as soon as possible.
You've no idea why you're here.
All I know is I was sent here by the highest authority.
You were indeed. You should feel very proud.
I'm gratified, certainly. And now, if you'd be kind enough to explain what I'm supposed to do.
What sort of opinion would you form of that fellow?
Anybody who spends his time doing that must be rather stupid.
You couldn't be more wrong. Because he's our most interesting citizen from every point of view, particularly yours.
Why's that?
You'll find out. Tell me, have you heard of Professor Seltzman? Professor Jacob Seltzman?
I don't seem to recall the name. Should I?
No, in your line of business, I suppose not. Dr. Seltzman is a great neurologist who became fascinated with the study of thought transference.
I've actually seen it done in India.
Where Seltzman studied for many years. As you know, the advanced yoga is capable of living in a state of suspended animation for months, his mind and body dissociated. Now, what Seltzman did was to take this discipline several stages further, and with scientific aid, he was able to transmit the psyche of one person into another.
The mind of one man into another? Impossible, I don't believe it. Where is this Seltzman?
Nobody knows. The only man who may, because he had the last contact with him, is our friend.
Are you asking me to believe that it's possible for me to become you and you to become me?
Not exactly, but near enough.
I don't believe it.
Colonel, if I told you 10 years ago that we could have flown a rocket round the moon, would you believe that?
No, I suppose not. But why all this interest in Seltzman?
Colonel, you must be aware that all major powers have in their prisons one or two of each other's spies.
Yes.
From time to time, diplomatic swaps take place. Imagine the power we would have if the spy we returned had the mind of our choosing. We could break the security of any nation. Let me show you one or two other things that will interest you. Now, we call this our amnesia room. Rather private. With it, we can erase the memory back to any point in time we choose. This man, you see, was extremely cooperative. He told us all we wanted to know in 3 days, with hardly any persuasion. So now we wipe out all unhappy memories of the village and put him back into circulation to gather more information. And this is the Seltzman machine. Let me give you a dummy run. The device with which Seltzman finally succeeded in switching the minds of two people. Sleep well, my friend, and forget us. Tomorrow you will wake up a new man.
Not a bad day. Let's see. It's, oh yes, Janet's birthday present. Hope she likes it. Can always change it if she doesn't. What's on for today? Let's see. Car service, dentist appointment. No. We have to cancel that because Sir Charles' lunches, they go on forever. But who can blame him? He's the boss. Diddly-bum. Diddly-bum. Ba-bum.
Seltzman machine. The device with which Seltzman finally succeeded in switching the minds of two people. Switching reaching the minds of two people. Relax.
I am not a number. I am a person.
You're very aggressive. You mustn't resist. Take it easy. Take it easy. It will all be won in the end.
Unlike me, many of you have accepted the situation of your imprisonment and will die here like rotten cabbages. I intend to discover who are the prisoners and who the warders.
The thing to do now is keep calm. Keep your head.
I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, deeped, or numbered.
Just bear in mind your ultimate objective. We want information. Information! Salesman! Salesman! Proceed as our friend would have done. Relax. Cool. Now, go, boy. Go. This is the time. Now. Move or leave it. Move. 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 Salesman!
His car. Is he back? Is he with you?
Yes.
Darling? Darling? Where is he?
Janet, however fantastic what I'm going to tell you may sound, you must believe me.
Who are you? How do you know my name? What are you doing here anyway? How did you get hold of his car? What? Why did you tell me he was here? Who are you?
A friend.
Well, then where is he? Why did he leave without a word to me?
Leave? But he saw you. He told me he saw you last night.
Last night? I didn't see him last night.
But he had dinner with you after your fitting.
What fitting?
Your dress. For the party, your birthday party. He even told me the color, yellow silk.
Yellow silk? The only yellow... That was a year ago. Yes, I took him to the final fitting. I haven't seen him since.
A year? A year? What's happened?
You couldn't have seen him. Even if you had, he couldn't have made that mistake.
No, but I could have. I must have got it wrong.
Yes, you must have. What are you doing here? How did you get in, anyway?
Miss Portland, you must be aware of the sort of work he did.
Obviously, working for my father.
So it won't come as a surprise to you to learn that it may not be possible for him to get in touch with you for a year, or even longer.
Thanks. It's a big help.
Miss Portland, I may have a message for you soon.
When?
I'll bring it to your birthday party.
Father, I must have a word with you.
You can see, my dear, that this is not a very convenient time. I'm ready to make a practice of bursting in like this.
Yes, I know. I'm very sorry, but it is important. And it's personal. Do you mind?
Perhaps, gentlemen, you'll be good enough to give us a few minutes? Thank you. Now, my dear.
You know where he is. All this time you've known, and you've let me go through this hell. You sent him on a mission. He can't get in touch with me.
I presume that you're talking about your fiancé.
His house, his car, he's lent them to a friend.
His friend? Tell me about him. What sort of man is he?
Oh, he's perfectly ordinary. Is he unable to get in touch with me?
I honestly don't know.
Do you mean you haven't sent him on a mission?
No. And you must realize I'm telling you more than I should. I shouldn't even tell you that.
Do you mean even you don't know where he is?
I have no idea.
But you must know someone who does.
Here again, I can't help you.
It's awful. I don't know whether you're telling the truth or not.
Sir Charles.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I said, get me Sir Charles Portland at once! You're still as pompous as ever. Danvers.
Where did you get my name?
Jonathan Peregrine Danvers. Born in Bootle. Took elocution lessons. Came to London, joined the civil service in 1948 as a junior clerk. Was moved to this department some 3 years later, mainly at the request of the typing pool. Am I going to see Sir Charles? Well, or would you prefer me to go on? I'm sure these gentlemen would be most intrigued to hear of your little jaunt to Paris in March 1958. Let me see now. What was her name?
What is your name?
Code or real?
Code?
In France, Duval. In Germany, Schmidt. You would know me best as ZM73. And your code number is PR12. Do you want more? Seltzman.
All right, thank you.
Danvers, I must ask you to leave.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about Seltzman?
The inventor of the device that makes it possible to put one man's mind into another man's head. At last. I am ZM73.
You claim to be ZM73.
And I can prove it.
Do so.
I could pitch this on a very personal level, Sir Charles.
Oh, don't spare my feelings. Speak as freely as you wish.
Very well. I will confine myself to simple domestic details. Of no interest to anyone except the family. Details, incidentally, which couldn't possibly be known by anyone except ourselves. Would you accept that?
Yes, I suppose so.
You are a keen Rosarian. And it was when you were pruning your baccaras, those ones down by the little goldfish pool, when I asked you for permission to marry your daughter. I remember you dropped the secateurs. I never understood why. Because it couldn't have been all that much of a surprise to you. The next day, you took me to lunch at your club. Our favourite dish, jugged hare, was on the menu.
I don't dispute the accuracy of your statement. It is correct in every detail. Trouble is, you see, there's nothing you can tell me which may not have been told you by the person you claim to be under sedation or hypnosis. We're all aware of truth drugs and other ingenious means of extracting information. It could all have been recorded, and you could have learnt it parrot fashion.
Ask me the minutest details of anything you know that we did together.
The same problem applies.
I could never convince you then.
Only sufficiently to intrigue me, to make sure that you are watched and followed every inch of wherever you go.
It's a waste of somebody's time.
He'll be paid for it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Did he perfect the reversion process? If he didn't, it's a pity. Before I know it, I'll be inside for forgery. Talking of forgery, is my handwriting still the same? Let's see. Let's try it. It's rather interesting, isn't it? That's something. Well, let's be grateful for small mercies. Now, money. Unless the rats have been at it. Good. Still intact. Fresh as ever. Splendid. That should be adequate.
Are you sure he's being followed?
We've attached a homing device to his car. Our man will be there by now.
I didn't invite you.
I haven't taken it to heart. Our friend lent me his card. A year out of date.
Have you seen him?
Not exactly.
Look. Do you work for my father? Did he send you here?
No, though I have no doubt that he knows that I'm here. When I arrived, they were playing a waltz. The first I danced with my love. My dear love, in Kitzbühel.
How do you know all this? Where is he? Please.
I have a message from him. Before he went, he left something with you for safekeeping in case of trouble. A slip of paper.
Yes. Yes, I have it.
If you want to see him again, will you get it? I'll be in the arbor.
May I?
Excuse me.
Was she just trying to get rid of me? Will she come? Will she have the receipt?
I'm sorry I was so long. Here it is.
Thank you.
Now, what was the message?
Simply this. Who else could have given you that message?
Nobody but...
Couldn't you say? Nobody but you. I need your faith.
Nobody but... you.
I am sorry, sir. Am I late, or are you possibly just a little bit early?
In a bit of a hurry, let's put it that way.
Then we mustn't keep you a second, sir. What can I do for you?
I left some film with you, a roll of colour, which you dispatched for me. Here's the receipt.
Oh, thanks, sir. Just over a year ago.
Yes. But you still have it, presumably?
Oh, certainly, sir. Just takes that second or two longer. Always the way, sir, when we're in a hurry, isn't it? I'll be as quick as I can. Here we are, sir. If you'll be kind enough to sign.
Oh, that was quick.
Oh, there's only one, sir.
It's been signed for already.
Yes, sir. A stupid clerical error, I'm afraid. One of our juniors handed over your transparencies in mistake for this number. Pure carelessness, of course. Confusing the last figures 01 and 10. Needless to say, he wasn't with us for very long. However, no damage was done because Mr. Carmichael returned your transparencies the moment he discovered our mistake.
How very good of Mr. Carmichael.
Very kind of you to take it that way, sir. Alas, no business can be entirely free from the occasional clerical error. Is there anything else, sir?
Yes.
What is that, sir?
Can I get a photograph taken?
A photograph?
Yes. A passport photograph.
I'm afraid our photographer is away on holiday at the moment, sir.
He would be.
As you say, sir. I won't promise a flattering study of you, sir. but I think it'll be satisfactory to the passport authorities.
Thank you.
Pleasure, sir. This way.
He has collected the transparency, sir.
Confirms my conviction. Somewhere they contain a clue, and our bright boys have missed it.
Inside. And now the living room curtains are being drawn.
Stay put until he leaves, then follow.
So 1M. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, 13. And N must be 14.
Curtains are being opened. He's coming out of the house and getting into his Lotus.
Follow him.
Route definitely Dover.
Welcome to the village, sir. What would you like to order?
I took some photographs. Look. There's one. Is he still here?
Yes. Herr Hallen, sir.
Where is he now?
Oh, in the barber's shop, I suppose.
Guten Tag, meine Herren.
Good afternoon, Herr Helen. The waiter at the cafe told me that I could get a shave here.
That is correct, sir. Bitte nehmen Sie Platz. Please, sit down, meine Herren.
Your English is very good.
Yes, we barbers get around in several big London stores. Very bad air, usually downstairs, and so I come back to the village where I am born.
Herr Helen, I may as well come to the point. I don't want a shave. I want your help. Desperately.
In what way, sir?
We have met before, but you can possibly remember me, because the first time we met, I looked like this.
It is not possible.
You see, Professor Salzman, your invention works. Only too well.
I am a simple village barber. Don't play tricks on an old man, I beg of you.
Believe me, Herr Professor, you're the last person in the world I would choose. But somebody's played a wretched trick on me. Do you recognize that face?
Of course. He was a friend. But anyone who had that photograph could claim to be him.
For what reason?
Perhaps you will tell me.
I understand. Incognito until I can prove that I am that man. But everything I tell you can be countered by you. By saying that I have extracted the information by fair means or foul.
Yes, that is so.
Herr Professor, would you admit that, as with fingerprints, no two handwritings could be the same?
I would.
Then the only way that I can prove to you that I am that man depends on whether or not you kept that letter that I sent to you over a year ago from London when you were staying in Scotland.
If you really are who you say you are, you would not have expected me to keep it, would you?
No. It's a hopeless situation.
If I had kept it, I would have been very stupid, silly.
You've made your point, I accept it.
But you overlook one thing. Sentimental people are sometimes stupid. Very stupid. Wait, please. My poor young friend. But who?
I don't know.
The motive is clear. You will lead them to me. That is what they hope. Do you think your people have done this to you?
No, I'm sure.
Then it must be your enemies.
My enemies, presumably, having my other half?
Precisely. If we are taken by the side that hasn't, you must learn to accept yourself as you are. As both sides want my reversal process, it will be a close race.
Then the reversal process does exist.
In theory. But put into practice, it could be dangerous. Very. Here comes the first of our visitors. Is his face familiar?
Potter, we must not be taken by him.
Then hide behind this door. Come in, come in.
Don't move, please, Professor.
to our humble village. Had a good trip? At least, let me offer you some breakfast.
You have kidnapped me for one reason. My answer is no.
You are liberal this morning, Professor.
Surely neither of us wants to prolong this interview.
Life has not taught you sweet resignation.
Nor has it for many other scientists. Rutherford, for example. How he must regret having split the atom.
Yes. Almost as bad as splitting the identity of two human beings. Like all the king's men, only you can put them together again.
Don't rely on it.
Why make this stand now? You must have known what you were doing when you invented the wretched process.
Only people like you who have made it wretched.
Can you really leave this poor young man with his mind wrongly housed? Surely you owe him some slight responsibility.
I will do it. On certain conditions.
I'm sure they will be reasonable.
For once, I am dictating. I will do it. But alone. Under this condition only.
I accept.
Very well. I shall need time to prepare myself. In 12 hours.
All cameras turn. Make a note of everything he does. Emergency. Examination room. Immediate treatment. Emergency. 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 He must not die. I need him. Thank you, Colonel. Your help has been invaluable.
I trust I've been of service?
Yes. You'll be suitably rewarded. Your helicopter is waiting for you.
You assured me that he was in good health. You must contact number 1 and tell him I did my duty.
The Colonel. The man who's just flying out of here
is not who you thought it was.
I don't believe it. I watched. I saw everything.
The good doctor's mind now inhabits a body perhaps not to his liking. The Colonel's. Dr. Sussman had progressed more than any of us had anticipated. He can and did change 3 minds at the same time. He is now free to continue his experiments in peace.